Hey, welcome to this episode of Moonbats. Let's work on the Shovelhead. Let's try to mount a tin primary to a Shovelhead, or a panhead tin primary to a Shovelhead with a belt drive. We'll look at all this and I'll tell you what you're doing because I obviously know what's going on. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing, and then I'll bring you in to show you what I've already done. I've been sick, only coming in here a little bit over the holiday break to just do bits and pieces, getting wrong size bolts, normal stuff. So we've got Shovelhead motor, 4-speed trans. Colin, who this bike is for, it had an original the big aluminum inner and outer primary, the normal one. He wanted to run a tin primary, like on panheads. So it looks like this, the nice ones that everyone likes. So these things, when you're running a belt, these things are really just cosmetic. You don't need them. They just go on here, but you can run a belt, open belt. Everyone loves to do that. Colin wants to ride this bike, so we wanted to make sure the belt was closed in. Takes dirt roads, goes camping. We don't want rocks popping up into the belt, all that stuff. Built to ride, not to be pretty. Well, it'll be pretty too, but it's gonna ride this thing. So I'm gonna bring you in here and show you what I've done. So if you're doing this, because there's no one place I've seen that has this all. You gotta kind of look around and know someone, and I've gotten a lot of help from my buddy Russ about different steps to take. So just, if you don't have that, where the hell do you find this information? It's everywhere. All right, so let's just, let's start with the motor. So there's a top motor mount here that I'll put in much later, but there's these two motor mounts, front and rear. I just got regular bolts through them, no big deal. I'm replacing all these with stainless hardware. I went to the store, bought the wrong size bolts because I'm a dummy. So here's what's in there. They're in there to hold it in place for now. It's all mounted and secure. So a trick that someone told me through Russ is put the rear bolts in and then use feeler gauges on the front here to make sure that when you're mounting this down, you're not cranking it down a ton, because then you can crack these ears off. So what I did is I got some feeler gauges, and you can see in here I've got a little shim Arizona T-can. Just on this side was actually, there was no need for a shim. It probably didn't even need that, but it's something to be aware of. You crank this down, tighten it down, and then all of a sudden you're stuck with this guy. So all of this was off before. So I did mount the all the charging system and shit inside here. It all sticks out there. All that's here. And this is just loose. I don't have anything tightened down yet because I just don't. And now we'll go back to the trans. So to line this up, another trick that I was told is you use the original inner primary, so the big aluminum one, and you bolt it into these holes. And then you mount it to these transmission bolts. And usually this bracket isn't here. This is something that you need to put on to, it's like a support bracket and a bearing for this primary crankshaft here. So normally it looks like this, right? So you'd put on the inner primary, you bolt it down in the back, the trans back, bolt it to here. When all these bolts are loose, you just got them in there loosey-goosey, sitting in there waiting to go. So you bolt the inner primary on, and then you crank down the trans. There's 4 bolts on the bottom down here, and then 4 bolts to hold the trans plate. And this can slide forward and back. Let's see, can you even see this right here? So there's little bolts. Anyways, there's 4 bolts hanging down there. You can see one in the back there. And oh yeah, here's one that's loose. I loosened it up to get the nut off. So these 4 bolts, you crank those down, then you crank down the plate, then back motor mount, front motor mount. Then you can remove that inner primary and you've got your transmission lined up exactly how it should be, which is great. All right, so you can see here, all I did is I just made all these holes a little bit longer. Here, let's break it down here. You can see they're I didn't hack this up. I tried to make it as good and clean as I could. You can see all the holes have been ovalized a bit. And so now what I did is I bolted it on, and then I put with a marker where I wanted it to fit for the clutch there, so the clutch can fit on that smoothly or go in without rubbing anything. And then I tapped it with a hammer to get indentations on the back. And you can see here, these are the indentations. So now I know where those 4 holes need to be. I am gonna drill these a bit big, so I've got a little bit of movement. Not so big that it's like, I'm not gonna be able to fit a washer or a nut on there. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill these 3 holes out, and then I'll do the 4th one another time. For right now, I just wanna get what I have mounted and go from there. The goal for today, or for right now, is to get this all fitted so that I can mount this clutch basket. I want to make sure nothing rubs. I want to put it on there. I want to see everything. I want to put the belts on. And then I want to I'm really just working through this here. I've never built a Shovelhead. I don't really, kind of just doing this. First things first, I'm going to I marked this with a red marker. I'm going to just cut this out. I'm going to use an air tool. You could use an angle grinder. You could use a hand file. You could really use whatever you want. I could have it would have been smarter to probably use an angle grinder. This is what I have right here, right now. Make sure your bench is full of gasoline and batteries and tools and paper, so that way you can hurt yourself and cause fires. So safety goggles, safety specs, and here we go. All right, so that's what I cut out. I'm gonna go fit it, and then I can clean this up with a flap disc. I'll drill these holes out with the drill press. All right, so like I said, very rough cut. I'm not even gonna put this in the bolt holes or anything. I just wanna see how this is good looking. So it's clearing all the round parts here, so what I'm gonna do, I'll bring you in, but I'm gonna just clean this up with a sanding disc. And then I will drill these holes out so that way I can really slide it in before I spend too much energy and time really doing this. So here, let's see what we got. So this is kind of lined up. You can see it's clearing all that round flat surface there. And that's all I wanted to go for. Perfect. This is lining up. Everything looks okay. These holes are not even friggin' close. All right. Let's see. All right, there we go. That's better. All right. Where did I just put that key? There we go. There it is. It's a Woodruff key, I think is what it's called. I don't know. These things have a very specific name. So let's see what we can do with this guy. Line it up, and there we go. Nope, that didn't work. It goes like this. Goes in here. Let's just tap it in a little bit. Not going crazy here. Just trying to fit stuff. Dry fitting right now. Not trying to do anything abnormal. Alright, so, oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. I'm going to definitely have to open this up a bit more. But, you get the idea. So this is how it works, I think. And then this guy fits over the top. Oh boy. Oh, I got to remove the starter ring, I guess, to get this to fit. Does that even fit? Yeah. So, there's step one. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Yeah. This is why people don't like doing this. Yeah. This is great. So, I need to tilt it a little bit more. Because the basket doesn't play nice with the inner tin. I mean, I got it so it's not rubbing, so that's cool. So really, it's just the outer doesn't fit at all. Like, there. Good. It's done. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about, but basically the body of this, I gotta make it fit in here, and it's too big. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so first of all, this starter ring is never gonna fit in there. So I gotta take that off. That's okay, I can deal with that. But I want you to look in here at this. So you can see here, it's touching right here, and it's touching over there. So what I think I gotta do is I gotta just massage on it, this lip here, and that way I can like slide it in and over, because it looks like it gets wider as it goes down. Well, it definitely gets wider as it goes down. So to make this video not be ridiculously long, maybe I'll do another part where I just show you everything when it's done and what I did. So I think that's the end of this video. This is building Shovelheads, apparently. I gotta cut this ring off. Maybe I'll make another video about it. I don't know. But really, we got the inner primary. Showed you how it works. Showed you about the support. Shovelheads, they're great. I'll cut this off, make this fit in there. Because it fits, apparently. Everyone says they fit. So they fit. We just gotta make it fit by using this. Let's make it fit. Like, subscribe, or use a hammer. Bye. Quick update right here. End of the video thing. I drilled out all of these little rivets all the way through. So hopefully this will just pop right off. We'll see. Alright, so this ring is off. I had to use this guy. Yeah, it's really loud. Wear ear protection. I didn't. Bye.